Welcome to the Stoic Quotient, where we talk about what others won't. Not to provoke, not to posture, but to restore. To bring back clarity where there's confusion, virtue where there's fear, and courage where there's silence. This isn't just another commentary, it's not rage bait, it's not rebellion in disguise, it's a return to ancient principles that never stopped being relevant, only inconvenient. We are men anchored in values, not swayed by the tides. So if you've ever felt the pull to speak, but didn't, to protect, but hesitated, to lead, but feared the backlash, you're not broken. You're surrounded by a system that benefits from your hesitation. Let's unpack that. Let's reclaim the fire without losing wisdom. Let's talk about the soft prisons, how legal and social systems train men to fear action. We're living through a silent extinction, not of men, but of masculine courage. This video explores how modern legal systems, corporate policies, and cultural landmines have created a soft prison around men. A prison not made of bars, but of hesitation, fear, and shame. We're not here to blame, we're here to wake up. This is a call to the man who still feels the fire, but has forgotten how to move. What happens to a lion when you cage it long enough? It forgets it was born to hunt, it stops roaring, it walks in circles, and calls that life. This is not about aggression. This is not about rebellion. This is about the quiet heartbreak of watching men retreat, not because they're weak, but because the world trained them to fear their own power. This is for the man who stays silent, not because he has nothing to say, but because he's not sure what it might cost him. There is no war, no bombs, no blood, no declarations, just hesitation. A man's hand hovers over the keyboard. He second-guesses every word. He wonders if protecting someone might make him a threat. He wonders if leading might make him dangerous. He wonders if being himself is just too risky now, and so he shrinks. This isn't weakness, it's programming. We call it cancel culture, we call it compliance training, we call it professional conduct. But beneath the surface, a single question paralyzes a generation of men. What if I'm misunderstood? That's the mantra now. Not I will protect, not I will speak, not I will lead. Just, what if they think I meant harm? What if I get fired? What if I'm labeled? And so the lion folds into a polite employee. The protector becomes a passive observer, the fire is reduced to a flicker, all in the name of safety. What is the soft prison? This isn't about law versus anarchy, it's not about politics, it's about the human spirit. It's about what happens when the systems designed to protect begin to suffocate. Because now, laws and policies and social norms don't just protect victims, they create new ones. Silent victims, men who no longer know if it's safe to be decisive, protective, bold, expressive. It's not that they're jailed, it's that they live inside an invisible cage, enforced not by guards, but by shame, social risk, and the threat of professional exile. And the cost? We lose protection, we lose assertiveness, we lose truth. Because when men retreat, when they pull back out of fear of being misunderstood, what we're left with is a vacuum, a leadership void, a society afraid of its own guardians. But Stoicism offers something powerful. It says, do not act out of fear, do not act for applause, act out of virtue. You speak, not because it's safe. You lead, not because it guarantees success. You protect, not because they'll thank you. You do it because it's right. Marcus Aurelius wrote, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. He didn't say if it won't offend anyone. He didn't say if HR approves. He said if it's true, if it's right. That's the compass, not trends, not rules, virtue. But here's the tragedy. Men are not running from life because they're lazy. They're not hiding because they lack courage. They're scared of what courage now costs. They've seen other men lose careers, reputations, families, not for harming anyone, but for misstepping. And so, little by little, the boldest men we know fade. They fold. They become ghosts in their own bodies. Not because the cage is locked, but because it's soft, comfortable, padded with praise for staying quiet. But deep down, they know this isn't life, this isn't freedom, this isn't who I came here to be. So, to the man who feels that tension, to the man who watches his tongue in every meeting, who filters his soul just to be safe, who hasn't roared in years, I say this. Your courage is not dangerous. Your protection is not toxic. Your fire is not the problem. The world may not understand you, it may mislabel you, it may never thank you. But if your actions are anchored in virtue, if your words come from truth, not ego, then let them misunderstand you. Because the world doesn't need quieter men. It needs wiser men, grounded men, free men. You were not born to walk on eggshells. You were not born to apologize for your strength. You were not born to fade into silence just to make the world comfortable. You were born to move with honor, to speak with truth, to lead with soul. The cage is open, walk out. You're not alone in this. There's a quiet army of men waking up, not to fight the world, but to stop abandoning themselves. That's what the Stoic quotient is about. We don't chase controversy, we chase truth. We don't react, we respond, not with rage, but with reason, fire, and unshakable virtue. If this message stirred something in you, don't let the moment pass. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on that bell, because silence has had the mic long enough. Stay with us, we're just getting started. This is the Stoic quotient, and this is where men come home to themselves. Thanks for watching, see you next time.